So a few years before the pandemic, I found this really great place. It was above an office. It was its own contained unit. It had washer dryer in it. It allowed me to have a dishwasher. It was my own space, and there was no smoking, no neighbors. It was great. Roll forward a few years and COVID hits, and the office underneath closes. They find someone else to go in there. But at the same time, housing prices are rising significantly. So the landlord decided to sell, and I was given 60 days to get out. Well, in the same period that the housing prices went way up, so too did the rentals. So I was suddenly left to pay $1,000 more for an apartment that was less desirable than the one I'd had. The old place had a great location downtown, free parking, privacy, working appliances, including a dishwasher, and it was smoke-free. The new place was at the edge of town. I had to pay for parking. It was crowded. The appliances broke and took a while to fix, and there were a lot of smokers. I had paid so much more money for a downgrade in an apartment. That summer, I started having anxiety issues. I started having breathing issues because there were so many smokers in the building, and the place just became somewhere I did not want to live. And for what I was paying, I expected so much more. So to find something very similar to what I already had, I had to spend another $1,000 a month. I was really lucky that I was able to cut savings. For a lot of people, they're going to need to find other sources of income. They're going to need to find either a roommate or some other way to make the housing more affordable as well. And for some people, it's not feasible at all. The average salary and the average cost of living these days don't work. The lowest end of the housing market is $500 grand. A down payment on $500 grand is $100,000. And that doesn't even go into students who come out of university with mountains of debt. They're not making hundreds of thousands of dollars a year. They're lucky if they're making 50 grand. So it's going to be very hard for this next generation to be able to afford a life that looks anything like what their parents had. We have to get an entire generation of people to stop looking at housing as an investment and to start looking at it as a service and a need and a basic human right. A lot of people don't care what their house looks like necessarily. They just want a roof over their head. You need to understand the fundamentals of the problem. And what the government's doing now isn't solving that. They need to do more, and they need to do more now. After the war, they built a lot of houses very fast. So it's doable. It's been done. We just have to do it again